Howard Phillips Lovecraft was born on August 20th, 1890 and lived until 1937. He is perhaps the most important horror writer of the last century, certainly the most interesting of them all. His works are widely known and he now has many followers. But few people know that many of his stories have also been adapted into movies. The first attempt was made in 1963 by Roger Corman with The Haunted Palace. The movie was part of his successful recipe of transferring Edgar Allan Poe's works onto the big screen. Another major horror writer and poet, and so Lovecraft's name did not appear anywhere. In 1972, the Dunwich Horror was filmed, which is considered unsurpassed to this day in atmosphere and surrealism. But many special effects were needed to render Lovecraft's crazy ideas, something that Stuart Gordon ventured with Brian Yuzna in 1985 with Re-Animator. The movie conveys a short story about some mad scientist who wants to bring the dead back to life, which was depicted in the most gruesome way, but also with several doses of comedy. The duo continued the following year with From Beyond, from Lovecraft's story of the same name, translated in Hellas as The Sixth Sense of Hell. Then came the movie The Curse, based on Color Out of Space, followed by The Unnamable in 1988, about a 300-year-old demon. Yuzna brought a sequel to Re-Animator with Bride in 1990, with even more insane and shocking effects, while Dan O'Bannon, screenwriter of the first Alien, directed The Case of Charles Dexter Ward in 1992, as a morbid film noir titled The Resurrected. In 1993, The Unnamable returned with a sequel based on The Statement of Randolph Carter, another short story by Lovecraft, and followed by Necronomicon, a film with 3 stories by the author, Rats in the Walls, Cool Air, and Whisperer in the Darkness, which were linked together by the legendary book that Lovecraft mentioned in all his works. In the following years, Lurking Fear came out in 1994, Castle Freak in 1995, based on the story The Outsider, one of the best adaptations by Stuart Gordon, and of course Dagon that encloses the eponymous short story and the shadow over Innsmouth. This is the superior work of all and one of the most important horror films of the decade. In Hellas it was released under the ridiculous title The Creature of the Deep. Re-Animator then got a third sequel by Brian Yuzna, but it was not a success. An Italian independent production came to complete the list of Lovecraft's adaptations, and it is worth noting that, if one searches for films in pre-production based on his works, we'll see that around 50 projects are planned to be filmed and released soon.
I'm not alone.
The nature of this Halloween comes early this year.